The Welcome Box project has come about as we recognise that some meetings didn't always feel prepared to have children and young people. So we came up with the idea of things that you might have in a box.
It's helpful for a lot of people to have something that encourages them to centre down when they're coming into meeting for worship. For young people especially, this can be something to look at, something to feel, something that just encourages them to be still and quiet. Some things that you might use are mindful colouring or a portable labyrinth. So this is an example of a portable labyrinth. You can also get them in nice wooden forms, but this is one that I drew myself. The idea is you can use your finger to go around the labyrinth, and it helps you to just still yourself.
It can be useful to have in the box a range of sensory items that can be used by children, young adults, even older adults to help with centering. So you can have things like sensory lights or good quality cuddly toys, or maybe even just some pebbles that perhaps you've painted. You can also have things like sensory scarves. A sensory scarf is quite see-through. It's also quite fascinating to hold up against the light or to just gently throw up into the air and see it drop down. It can be scrunched up and made into little flowers. So it's something that can be used quite silently. You can have something like a sun timer, or in this case a liquid motion timer where oil slowly drips through it. It can be quite mesmerising.
Children love doing craft, and one of the things they love doing is cutting out and colouring. So I've brought along some gingerbread people, which you can get off the web or you can get from art shops, and they can cut them out and they can crayon them in. And this can be a quiet activity which can be done in meeting, or it can be something you can do in the children's meeting and you can make some figures for a story.
In your craft projects, I think it's really important that you have representative skin tones so that whoever's attending your drawing can truly represent either themselves or family members, which I think is a really important part of the welcome.
Sometimes you have new children coming to meeting and it's really important to get to know them, and I have some little lollipop puppets that can be used to give to the children and ask them to give their puppet a name and to ask them to talk about their puppet. And sometimes children find this easier than talking directly about themselves, which they might find in a new situation quite intimidating.
Books are a great thing to help people centre down or do something quietly whilst they're in meeting, but they also can be a great starter for conversation in group activities. You can pull out values, you can pull out stories and explore what that means to the group. It's a way to connect across different ages and to explore different ideas.
It's really important that the books are of high quality and have diversity so that all children feel represented and meet people in the books from different backgrounds. For example, this book here is all about children and how they might feel inside, but how they may not look the same on the outside. Some books are Quaker specific. They may have things that connect to Quaker testimonies. Another excellent book is Caring for the World We Love, which has been produced by the Loving Earth Project, which is all about the environment and caring for our world, and it has pictures of things made by people and why they focused on those.
It's really important to choose books that you have a connection to, which is why I chose The Soul Bird. It's about how you feel inside. My son wanted me to read it every night. It was really important to him, and that's why I think it's a good thing to put in the box.
It's great to have a variety of books in meeting, and particularly for you to think about having books that will connect with different ages. So older young people might be in a position to read books with more text that maybe have morals or values or introductions to information about Quakerism so that they can connect with Quakerism on their own terms. A really great example of a book that I think every meeting should have is the Living Our Beliefs book. It's been co-created by young people to simplify Quaker faith and practice and explain it in terms that younger people can understand. It's great for newcomers, for attenders of all age, and it breaks down Quakerism in a really accessible way.
Boxes need to be individual to meetings, like meetings are individual.
What might you have? What activities could you do that would enable you to build that relationship with children and young people so that they feel valued, heard, and want to be part of our community?
The resource as a leaflet is available on our website, and that will give you the reasons behind having a welcome box. It talks about the contents of the box, but also it's about why you might have the welcome box in the first place. And this is the beginning of lots of really important conversations around having a real welcome to children, family, young people and young adults in your meeting.